Let me ask you something honest. Have you ever known exactly what you should do with money and still not done it? You knew you should save. You didn't. You knew you should stop eating out so much. You kept going. You knew that subscription was draining your account. You kept paying it. And after a while, you start to wonder. What is wrong with me? Here's the answer. Nothing. Nothing is wrong with you. But something is working against you. And it's been working against you your entire life without you knowing it. Your brain is not designed for modern financial decisions. It never was. And until you understand why, every budgeting tip, every savings hack, every financial strategy you try will feel like pushing against a wall that never moves. But once you understand it, that wall disappears. If you're someone who feels stuck financially despite knowing better, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps. Alright. Let's go back about 200,000 years. Your ancestors lived in a world of immediate survival. Food, shelter, safety. Every decision had to produce an instant result. There was no future to plan for because the future was uncertain. The tribe member who saved berries for next month often didn't survive long enough to eat them. The brain that won was the brain that consumed immediately, avoided loss aggressively, and followed what everyone else in the tribe was doing. That brain is your brain. Biologically identical. Running the same ancient software inside an entirely different world. And here's where the problem starts. Because that ancient software has 3 specific glitches that destroy modern financial behavior. And the first one is the most powerful of all. It's called present bias. Research from Harvard behavioral economist David Laibson shows that the human brain values rewards today dramatically more than rewards in the future. Not slightly more. Dramatically more. In experiments, people consistently chose $50 today over $100 in just 30 days. Logically, that makes no sense. Emotionally, it makes perfect sense. Your brain registers future money as almost unreal. Abstract. Far away. Like a rumor. But the coffee in front of you right now? That's real. That feeling of buying something today? Immediate. Certain. Satisfying. This is why saving feels like punishment. You are literally asking your ancient brain to give up something real today for something that barely feels real at all. And your brain resists that with everything it has. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Because present bias has a partner. And together they form the most financially destructive combination in human psychology. It's called loss aversion. Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman discovered that losing something feels approximately twice as painful as gaining the same thing feels good. Losing $100 hurts twice as much as finding $100 feels good. Your brain is not balanced. It is heavily wired to avoid loss above everything else. And here's what this does to your finances. It makes you terrible at cutting things. Canceling a subscription feels like losing something even if you barely use it. Selling a bad investment feels worse than holding it and losing more. Leaving a job you hate feels scarier than the financial cost of staying. Your brain frames every smart financial move as a loss. And then convinces you to stay exactly where you are. But the third glitch is the one nobody talks about. And it might be the most dangerous of all. It's called social comparison bias. Your brain is a tribal organ. For 200,000 years, your survival depended on your position within your group. Falling behind the tribe meant danger. Being left out meant death. So your brain constantly, automatically, compares your situation to the people around you. The problem is that today your tribe isn't a small group of 30 people. It's everyone on your social media feed. Your colleagues. Your neighbors. Strangers on the internet living highlight reels. And your ancient brain cannot tell the difference between a real social threat and someone posting a vacation photo. So when someone you know buys a new car, your brain registers a threat. When your friend remodels their kitchen, your brain whispers, "You're falling behind." And then you spend. Not because you need to, but because 200,000 years of evolutionary programming is telling you that keeping up is survival. This is why lifestyle inflation follows income so perfectly. It's not weakness. It's biology. So how do you rewire it? 3 things. And none of them require superhuman discipline. First, make future money feel real. Open a separate savings account and give it a specific name. Not savings. Name it exactly what it's for. Freedom fund. House deposit. Early retirement. When your brain sees a named goal instead of an abstract number, the future suddenly feels real. Tangible. Worth protecting. Research from ING Bank found that people with named savings goals save significantly faster than those without them. Second, use loss aversion against itself. Instead of framing saving as giving something up, reframe it as protecting something you already have. You're not losing $300 this month. You're protecting $300 from disappearing. Set up an automatic transfer the day your paycheck arrives. Money you never see doesn't feel like a loss. And your brain stops fighting it. Third, shrink your comparison group deliberately. Unfollow accounts that trigger spending. Spend more time with people who talk about building wealth rather than displaying it. Your brain will always compare. You can't stop that. But you can choose what it compares against. And when your reference group shifts, your financial behavior shifts automatically. Here's the truth that changes everything. You were never bad with money. You were running ancient survival software in a world it was never designed for. A world built by companies who understand your psychology better than you do and profit from every glitch. The Rewire isn't about discipline. It's about design. Design your environment so that your ancient brain and your modern goals finally point in the same direction. Because the moment those two things align, staying poor stops feeling like the path of least resistance. And building wealth finally starts feeling natural. If this shifted something for you, hit subscribe. And I want to know, which of these 3 glitches do you think affects you the most? Present bias, loss aversion, or social comparison? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.